When I think of fall colors, I think of yellows and oranges and bright reds and a bright blue sky. I don't often think of pink, yet wandering around my garden today, I noticed I have quite a bit of pink. So I thought I would share with you what's blooming pink in my garden in the middle of September. Hello, my name is Lynette and welcome to my garden. We're going to start with this beautiful Clara Curtis mum. It is a perennial, hardy here in zone 5, and it gets full sun in this location. I haven't done anything to it. I didn't pinch it back. I didn't Chelsea chop it. I've just let it go. It's a little sketchy this year. In past years, it's been much fuller, but you can see that the flowers come up above the base of the plant by about 1.5 feet. So this plant is probably about 2.5 feet tall when it's in bloom. But a nice surprise for the September garden. And as we keep going this way, this big mound of pink is Proven Winner's annual Gomphrena. It is in a pot, which is why it's looking like it's so tall at about 4 feet. But really, really nice. I have to put it in a pot because the rabbits get it if I don't. But if you're looking for pink in the garden, that could be a really good one for you. And while I know it's not pink, I did also want to mention the monk's aster, which is the periwinkle blue color that you see there. Really, really nice combination. I had a little bit dieback on it this year, so I'm going to have to order some more for next year to fill in that spot. As we continue down here, you can see we do have a little bit of pink. I should have deadheaded my coneflowers, but there is a little bit of pink in there. And that's just a run-of-the-mill coneflower, nothing special with that one. Then we have our Prairie Winds grass from Proven Winners that I just planted. If any of you watched that video, thank you so much for watching. So many of you did, and I thank you for subscribing. And next to it, it's just starting to turn pink, so it's not the best time to be videoing. But this is the snowberry from Proven Winners. And I'm hoping you can see just how pretty those berries are. And they're going to turn this wonderful shade of pink and cover this whole bush. Next to that, you might want to consider it pink. It's kind of a pinky purple color. This is Agastache Bolero. I grew this from seed. I'm not sure if it's going to overwinter, but it has been blooming all season long, and it has survived the drought really, really well. I'm hoping it survives, but even if it doesn't, I do have some seeds left over from my package that I'll be growing this again next year. But that is Agastache Bolero. I'm going to go into a different section of the garden. We'll see what else is blooming pink. I want to do a little bit of comparison between some sedums. This is Autumn Joy in front of you. Underneath it is some dark heuchera. And then to the left, the plant that's turning a little bit of pinky, purpley foliage color, that I believe is Neptune nepeta. I'll check on that. I'll put the name on the screen. But that's kind of interesting that a plant that gets such blue flowers has a little bit of that red tinge to the foliage. But I'm going to go over and scoot to a different section of the gardens, and I want to show you a different sedum that you might be interested in. This is Neon Sedum, and it's quite a difference. It's a lot smaller than the Autumn Joy. This might be about 18 inches tall, but I want you to see the difference in the color. The neon is definitely a lot more neon than the Autumn Joy. So if you're looking for something a little bit brighter in the sedum category, look for neon. It's doing really, really well. Pleased with it, and again, sedums are really carefree plants. You put them in, you forget them. As we spin around here, We've got some more pink flowers worth mentioning. We have some beautiful cosmos in bloom. And then next to the cosmos, which the cosmos are an annual, we have my patch of Nicotiana. Now the Nicotiana is annuals. I grew them from seed this year, and I just planted them in this area, and they are going crazy. They did take a little bit of a lull for about 2 weeks, especially during the hot heat where they kind of got exhausted, but they're perking back up now that this cooler weather is coming. But if you're looking for pink in the garden, this might be something you want to consider also. But it's an annual, and it probably will reseed all over the place. So I'm probably not going to be very happy with this next year, because I don't like things that reseed. In the shade garden, we also have some things that are pink. I'm going to toss in some coleus here. There's some pink-leaved coleus. There's some that are a little bit more coral to the next. But nice pop of color for the shade garden. And then we're going to come back around this way. And you can see it's more of a coral color, but we've got some coral or pinkish impatiens that are still in bloom. And then right back in here, we have the turtle head, which is looking nice. This is really a nice plant. I would highly recommend everybody grow turtle head. The foliage looks so nice all season long. Then we have some more sedum. I think that's autumn joy. Look at the color of those hydrangea flowers. I know it's not pink, but oh my goodness. Then we have some hardy mums, and unfortunately I do not know the name of it. It's a little bit more purple than the Clara Curtis, but this is part of the Igloo series. They are a group of hardy mums. Now, I probably should have pinched it back or Chelsea chopped it, and it would be fuller and stronger and shorter, but I did nothing to it. And then just behind that, we have some Bright Eyes Phlox, which I think if I had Chelsea chopped that, I would almost guarantee that that would be in full bloom right now. I did deadhead it earlier in the season, so it is coming on strong with a second flush of color. All right, let's go see what else we can find that's pink in the garden. We definitely have to talk about anemones. These are proven winners anemones that are just loaded with buds. They're doing such a good job in this spot. Again, full sun. And I have to shout out again to that Boltonia that's in the background there. That is Boltonia asteroides, something like that. This is a native plant, and it's about 6 feet tall. And look at all those little daisy aster-like flowers on it. Fantastic plant if you're looking for height in the garden, even though it's not pink. I hear there is a pink version someplace. I've never been able to find it. So if you can find the pink version, that would also give you some nice pink in the garden. The other little bit of pink I want to show you, we've got to scoot around here. I guess you could call it pink. This is loose strife. That plant has been there for I don't know how long. I've never had it reseed. It's never done anything. I think I'm going to pull it out into the sun a little bit more to get more flowers, but loosestrife. And our fields used to be filled with it because it's an invasive plant. But as we were riding around today, we noticed that there's not that much loosestrife. So those bugs that they have introduced to control it are doing a pretty good job. And I think I have maybe 2 more things that we can talk about that are pink. The limelight hydrangeas start out white, and you can see they are starting to get a little bit of pink color on them. That's what's nice about the limelights. You get that multiple season or interest with the different colors. And if anybody's interested in learning about pruning hydrangeas or the new method that I'm going to be trying out next year, there's a video on pruning limelight hydrangeas. So make sure you check that out. And let's see, we're going to come back over here. Sorry I'm all over the place with this video. But another thing that's growing really well right now for me and blooming pink are roses. Now I don't grow a lot of roses because my soil is so sandy and dry that they really don't do well. I don't get any kind of a June display. But here we are in mid-September, and I've got some beautiful roses in bloom. A nice surprise. Also have a little bit of delphinium in bloom. The fall garden is very different. You have to wander around and look for the good spots. It's not like summer when everything is in bloom and looking good. Let's walk this way because there's one other plant that I want to share with you that's blooming pink that I think we should all be growing in our gardens. And that is the hardy hibiscus. You can see those flowers are a good 6 inches across and just such a beautiful shade of pink. Such a happy flower. But you have to remember, they come up really, really late in the season. So if you don't see them poking out of the ground by the end of June, you still have to wait a little bit till they come up. So anyway, I think that's it for pink in the garden. Well, I know that was a real short little video, just a little pop around the garden to show you what's blooming pink in September. I hope you found this video interesting. Please be sure to share, like, subscribe, and give it a thumbs up if you found some plants here that you're not familiar with or that other people might be interested in growing in their gardens. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night. Get out in your garden and have some fun.